What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we're comparing Apple's iPhone 7 Plus to the Galaxy Note 7 to see which one is worth picking up. Starting out with specifications, Apple's iPhone 7 packs a 5.5-inch IPS 1080p display covered by ion-strengthened glass and features 3D Touch, which allows for some cool shortcuts within iOS. Inside, there's a quad-core A10 Fusion chip, 3GB of RAM, either 32, 128, or 256GB of storage, and a 2900 mAh battery. On the Galaxy Note 7, we have a 5.7-inch QHD Super AMOLED display covered by Gorilla Glass 5, but the Note 7 also features curved edges on each side, which does add to its software functionality. Internally, you'll find an octa-core Snapdragon 820 processor, 4GB of RAM, a 3500 mAh battery, and 64GB of internal storage with micro SD card expansion up to 256GB. In regards to design, we have two very different beasts here. With the iPhone 7 Plus, you'll find something very similar to what Apple released last year. It's a bit cleaner without the antenna lines on the back, but mostly the same stuff going on. Though you can easily switch things up with a D-brand skin as well, and if you'd like to pick one up, I will leave a link below for you. Apple also implemented dual rear cameras, one of which is a wide-angle lens and the other is a 2x telephoto lens, but we'll explore quality a bit later. Of course, the biggest change with the iPhone this year is the removal of the headphone jack, so make sure that's not something you need before buying this device. On the Galaxy Note 7, we have a device that's made up of Gorilla Glass 5 sandwiching metal. This is very similar to Samsung's previous designs in many ways as well. Obviously though, being all glass, you run more of a risk with scratches or cracks, but I happen to prefer the look of the Note 7. It's just so simple and sleek. Between the Note 7 and iPhone 7, you're dealing with two different ecosystems. Android versus iOS is an age-old debate, but to each their own. And if you'd like to see a video detailing the software between the two, check out the links below. Both the Galaxy Note 7 and iPhone 7 feature fingerprint scanners, which work remarkably well, but Apple decided to ditch using a physical button, but instead we have a capacitive surface that utilizes Apple's Taptic engine to provide somewhat of a clicking sensation, but it's not the same as the Note 7's actual button. Also, the Note 7 features an iris scanner, which, gimmick or not, works pretty well for unlocking the device. Speaking of the Note 7, one advantage here is with the S Pen, and this will allow you to perform various actions with the physical stick that's hidden in the bottom of the Note's casing. Now, there's the ability to do things like create GIFs with the S Pen, which is super awesome and easy to do, as well as things like magnify and glance. And if you want to know all about the S Pen features, I will leave the Note 7 review linked below, but stuff here gets old very quick for myself, but a clear advantage over the 7 Plus if you're into that kind of thing. On to camera performance. Apple and Samsung are top dogs in this area, and as mentioned, the iPhone 7 features dual 12 megapixel rear cameras. So the 28mm wide-angle lens on the left has an f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization, which will work wonders for low-light photography, and there's also a 56mm telephoto lens with an f2.8 aperture. The Galaxy Note 7 features a 12 megapixel shooter as well, with a slightly wider 26mm lens and an f1.7 aperture. Side by side with the iPhone 7 Plus photos, you can see the difference between the two, and I'll leave a full comparison gallery linked below, but let me know which camera is your favorite and why in the comment section below. Explosions aside, I think the Note 7 is a fantastic device. The S Pen functionality is useful for a lot of people, and the design here is very on point. When it comes to the iPhone 7 Plus, there's not a huge upgrade over last year's model, but Apple made improvements where it counts. But as an overall package, I'd have to give the win to the Galaxy Note 7, but you can never go wrong with an iPhone. But let me know what you think about these two in the comments section below, and be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Thanks again for watching, everyone. This is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.